Right, Scorpio, your turn for the weekly. You have to excuse the washing machine, that I haven't done much while I've been unwell, so I had to go on at some point. What do we need to know for Scorpio? Week commencing the 18th. I think I will pull you a wild card. We'll look at it at the end. Scorpio, Spirit please. So this bit may take a while because it's an adaptation on my private reads. Takes sometimes to deal the cards out. I do sometimes get spirit popping in. I like to keep them separate from the cards really, because they do tend to overtake things. So if I get something I can't get out of my head and it'll interfere with the read, I will mention it. Right, they're giving me Wayne. Although I know, well, actually they're giving me John Wayne. So it could be anybody called Wayne. It could be somebody who loved John Wayne films. Or it could actually be John. But you'll know if that applies to you. Or all three could apply. Oh, Scorpio, that's lovely. And then we have all this shite. Okay. So Scorpio, someone somewhere loves you very much, unconditionally. The cup is overflowing, or them for you or you for them. This was a gift, or is a gift from Spirit, that if you choose to take it and nurture it, will become something massively important in your life. Could be the birth of a child, but it is a whole new beginning in your emotional life. Someone is in denial about this because it means an ending. It means something has to be released. It could be shared resources. It could be to do with the reproductive organs. There may have been problems in the past with this, and health issues. There was some bad advice and you compromised. There was negative communication perhaps with siblings, medical matters, etc. Ill health has been a long-running theme. There is someone wearing a false mask, perhaps lies, deceit and theft. You're not paranoid. This person is negative energy. They was born on the 1st or the 28th. Living or past date for your diary and address. Massively important. It is hugely connected to the medical field. There will be the approach of a novelty. A great change is about to take place. Do not take advice from anyone else. Go with your gut instinct, especially those that you wouldn't want to be. You have possibly been very depressed and over emotional. You are lacking love for yourself, and that's never a good thing. There is an imbalance somewhere. Someone may have overcome addictions, but this is a time where balance is returning to your life. You have been put to the test. You have probably suffered, but you have your faith has been tested and you've learnt something. Spirit are telling you that there will be an increase in prosperity in your financial life. Any study that goes for approximately 3 years will complete and will bring you financial success. Anything that is being built will profit. 3 years is mentioned. It was born on the 14th, living or past date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way, as are Sagittarius. The hips and thighs, if they're an issue, will improve. So we'll go around again. It seems to be mostly about medical issues. If you have had trouble conceiving, what you need to do is look to your emotions. I know it's hard, but the more you concentrate on it, the less likely it's going to happen. Once you get over this obsession and start to concentrate more on the mundane things in life, it will happen. It may take 3 years, but it will happen. Don't listen to the gossip of other people who think they know about this situation, or that you, when they're asking you, oh, when are you going to have a child, or something like that, putting pressure on you, you don't need. Learn to love yourself and be happy with or without a child, and I can promise you that this will happen. But that's for a very few of you who this has become an issue. You may have lost 3 children already, so it is you are in denial about the fact that you can conceive. It seems that you have trouble conceiving girls, or the opposite, conceiving boys. So not conceiving, sorry, carrying. My main worry now is that somebody is causing violent arguments because of either the hormones or something else, and they wish to win at any cost. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Don't get into these violent arguments. There is no winners in these, and everyone will regret them. So walk away. Someone's been living in a dream world, or you must try to keep your dreams alive. But there's a lot of confusion here. There is an apology coming, but it will be very slow. Possibly improving in finance and career. It could be someone of a darker complexion, somebody in uniform, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and those born 1966 plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved. There is a man with a limp. Again, more quarrels. So the apology comes, but then just causes more arguments, really. Not as bad, but then there is a split. I love a split. Now, sometimes, going back to the scenario of the person that wants a child, they focus on it that much that they force the one they love away, and a split takes place. If so, know that that's for a good reason, and maybe that's why you haven't conceived that child, because this wasn't the relationship for you. Because there will be an ending, but you will realise that it's for the better. It hasn't destroyed you. You're still there, look. It's just the ammunition, just the armour, the outer shell that has been hurt, feeling stabbed in the back. Something has to end. And when it does, it may seem like a change for the worse. Something going against you. Fate is against you. Those born on the 10th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. But this is fate. And it's about learning how to express yourself properly, healing your heart, and maybe issues with the back. There could be a Leo involved, and you are fighting the demons within and the demons without. This isn't just the scenario about the pregnant lady. This is about anything. That you feel you've been stabbed in the back. There may be a separation within a partnership or someone you care about, or partnerships in work. It doesn't have to be emotional, just something you're emotionally attached to. But know that if you are involved with a Leo, you are able to draw them out of themselves or shut them up, depending on what needs to be done. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the loss of friends, marriages, indoctrination. Everything you've been taught up to now to believe instead of what you believe yourself. The children hold the key, and at the other side of the deck, we have coming out of a toxic situation. So this had to take place. 10 weeks, 7 months is mentioned. What seems like a bad change is just bringing balance back into your life. I do have a child in spirit, so I know there is at least one. Yeah, the Magician again. So healing will take place, and someone new may be arriving into your life. Probably a baby, for some. But it is someone, if it's a person, it's someone that works with blades, discs, cups, or wands. So wood, fire, it can be anything from a hairdresser to a surgeon, but they're at the top of the game, whatever. It's about communications, it's about siblings. So this reading may be about sibling if you have nothing to worry about. It's about the hands, arms and shoulders. Somebody is at a crossroads, and I'm afraid they've got to get used to the idea that there's no going back to the old way of doing things. Whatever you choose to do now, you have to draw a line in the sand and begin again. Start from scratch. Because that cup that was given to you there is there again. But again, you're over emotional. You're not seeing the positives. You're only seeing the loss and the heartache and possibly the infidelity. But Spirit are giving you a gift of complete and utter bliss. So something ends, something new begins that is far greater. All your cups will be overfilling. Happiness within the family and home life. And there is a very mature gentleman who is financially stable, possibly a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He may be a business owner who is your rock, a good friend and a very generous one. This person will help you move forward to a new beginning. You may be travelling across water or to a body of water, but travel is in your future. And as I say, if you are hoping for the birth of a child, this will be it. A new beginning. If you've got a yes, no question, the answer is yes. And again, we have the Knight of Stones. So you don't have to apologise for this. He may have a younger person in his family that doesn't necessarily like this situation. Someone who's stubborn. It may be the person that you left behind in the past who is now realising what they've lost. Stubborn. No movement forwards there, but you don't need it because you have something and someone far more mature and stable and loving by the look of the cards. Very loving. So let's see. What's the advice for Scorpio, please, Spirit? Ancestral healing, yeah. I'm afraid it may have been an ancestral problem and the light bulb suddenly goes off in your head. This is the crown chakra. It's very, very important, ancestral healing. It is the healing of the soul throughout the lifetimes that we live. And it is calling on the wisdom of our elders who have passed before us to guide us on our journey. Spirituality and Aboriginal spirituality combine both these forms of sacred wisdom as one. Our soul has suffered many traumas and brings forth these hearts into our present lifetime as a cellular memory. As actions and reactions to situations, although we may have no concept in regards of their origin. So you may have no reason as to why you hate water. In a past life you may have drowned, so they say. The ancient ancestors have their wisdom beyond our human experiences that spans across many cultures. Healing our spirit is the journey that begins with connecting to our spirit and forming relationships with our ancestors. The same themes are continuing to reoccur in your life and will continue to do so until the underlying issue is identified and healed. This is your time for healing and putting the past behind you. However, don't be tempted to change direction without stopping for a moment to prepare yourself for the next big leg of your journey. Healing is a journey of self-discovery and should be welcomed into your life and embraced as such. The wonders of knowing yourself can be truly self-empowering and bring you closer to the essence of self. Now you are ready. So, you may have to rebel against something that's always been true in your family, not marrying out of the religion, not marrying out of your colour, not marrying out of your status. Not being able to go to university because that's not done, or not going to university because that's not done. You have to go to university. There may be many things that you've been told or believe that has to be done, but you have to make up your own beliefs and your own way of living your life without listening to what others tell you has to be. So, yeah, you have to believe. Believe in yourself, in your truth. It's not other people's truths, but it is your truth. So it is Pisces energy, which means karmic situations, secrets and possibly hidden enemies, issues with the feet and toes. The quote for Pisces is, "I must be a mermaid because I have no fear of depth and great feeling and a great fear of shallow living." So you're not just existing, you want to live. In faith and trust, you must surrender to what is. There's your faith and trust, number 14. Pisces, the double fish. Some swim upstream, some swim down. It is a mutable sign and is the 12th house of self-undoing. So you may be getting in your own way. It symbolises old souls who have passed through many lives. Full circle, Spirit, you've just told us that. Has picked up much here and there and experienced almost everything along the way, but sometimes doesn't process these things very well and tends to repeat their mistakes. Trouble maintaining boundaries and sometimes even feeling half erased. If you've ever observed a Pisces, you may notice that they don't appear as intelligent as they really are. You could even call them gullible or vague until they start cranking out works of genius. They can be so psychically tuned in, it'll knock your socks off. Pisces is a beautiful sign with much compassion, denoting true vision that link up with the collective. Those ruled by this sign know it all deep down, but have trouble sorting matters out. They are able to sense deeply, except for certain things extremely bad for them, which turn into mishaps and disasters. But through it all, the Pisces will survive. Dreamers, artists, composers, poets, mystics, victims, and prisoners all fall under the rulership of this water sign. There is little doubt that the higher consciousness falls under the domain of Pisces. In a superficial way, it looks as if the world is their oyster, with their talent, beauty, sensitivity, and the connectedness with the unknown. Pisces sees the best and is an idealist, but the flip side of this cynicism, which can come in waves. So dreams will lead you, but clear thinking is a must. So what I said about your dreams, keep your dreams a reality, but make sure that you're thinking clearly. You may be extra sensitive to beauty currently. Poetry courses through you and you will feel connected to source. You like the idea of surrendering to what is. Take advantage of any inspiration and channel it into a creative project. If you have a notion or a dream, swim to it. What did I say? Capture that wave. A great idea from the past may re-emerge, and you may want to return and finish it, but you will want to tackle this idea soon when you are inspired, or the entire matter could disappear into the rushes. So if you have a dream, live it. Don't put it off. You may be confused by the reactions of others or simply unable to get the correct answer. Pisces can be like a pristine sea or the muck of a swamp. Getting lost is a danger. That's why I said don't listen to other people. Make sure you're not being pulled under by other people's complications. It's even possible you have someone in your life who saps you. Usually this is not intentional, but because some delusional way of thinking or viewing the world that clouds their issues. Don't fall into the same confusion. Make sure you're protected and have the proper boundaries. You may have physical symptoms but find no reason for them. Be careful when this card comes up, especially in regards to medicines or drugs, because allergies and strange reactions to medications can develop. When the Pisces card is involved, circumstances may be covert or at least obscured from view. So, the last thing I will say, the lady that I was talking about that failed to conceive, it seems that something you are taking either herbal or medicinal, is affecting your body. And whilst you're trying to conceive, I suggest you lay off whatever it is. You think you're helping your body, but actually, in actual fact, you're not. Especially if you're smoking recreational drugs. Okay, let's leave it there then. Thanks for listening.